In July, 81 educators joined the first round of teacher training, funded by Allan and Gill Philanthropies and Investec, to bring entrepreneurship into the classroom through project-based learning. Following hands-on work and school-based engagements, they came together 2 months later for a follow-up session to showcase progress, evidence of projects, learner and teacher reflections, and how entrepreneurship is being built into assessments. Schools also shared challenges and solutions, showing the power of communities of practice where teachers learn, grow, and reimagine education together.
The whole point today is to learn from each other. Learning includes us. So we're going to learn from each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing before you is Zani Dozondambo, and I'm with my teammates.
Greetings to all. My name is Fesisha Kupega.
Greetings to all of you. My name is Moloi Kamkhelo.
And we are here to present to you our gadget, the solar power generator, which we named Mwanga Wajua. So Mwanga Wajua means sunlight or sunshine in Swahili. We decided to add a touch of an African language. Now we've got the driving question, which is, how can we design a durable, practical, and solar-efficient solar powered gadget from recycled material? So our answer was this generator. Starting with our feasibility study, we're comparing the current generator and the future generator. The South African budget allows Eskom to use 4.3 billion on electricity. Now allow me to break down this facade that the government has been using. South Africa has 16.9 million households according to stats. Now each South Africa uses 450 watts of electricity, making Eskom use more coal. Now we can clearly see that this is over budget, hence why South Africa owes Eskom so much money. Now taking a look at other alternatives, we believe solar-powered electricity generation is the future. Not only does it decrease electricity costs, it also promotes the protection of our environment and our well-being. South Africa can only spend $1 million on solar-powered electricity generation. The rest can be used to pay off Eskom debts, and we can also help other countries like Nigeria or Tanzania. Moving on to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. So the gadget not only solves most of electricity problems, it also covers the Sustainable Development Goals, which are Goal 1, no poverty. Solar generators can be used in remote or rural areas to power homes and businesses. Skipping to Goal 8, decent work and economic growth, by powering businesses and creating employment opportunities in manufacturing, installing and maintaining the solar gadget. Moving on to the key resources. These include solar panels, inverters, charge controllers, batteries, anything you may need to build and maintain this gadget. Lastly, our key partners are Solar Africa, Lucan Solar, CN Solar, and even our social media platforms.
So the SWOT analysis. Our strengths are innovative technology, access to natural resources, and skilled workforce, and strong brand reputation. Our weaknesses are high production cost, implementation issues, limited infrastructure, and regularity uncertainties. Our opportunities are government incentives, growing market demand, technological advancements, and energy storage solutions. And our threats are competition, regularity changes, public opposition, and climate change.
Solar power is not only an idea, it is a practical way in which we can stay powered for now and for the future. Be the solution, not the pollution. Thank you.
Thank you.
So just to give you a background of our business in the school, we actually have a bakery. We produce buns and bread. So as champions and also the other teachers in the team, this is where we came up with the driving question. So we found out that in terms of the bakery, the producing of our bread and buns, it costs the school a lot of money when it comes to electricity. And we would like as a school to make more profits, so the producing of our products should not cost more than our profits. So then we came up with a driving question, which is how can we design a sustainable energy solution for the school and the community. So basically our project, we want to come up with a solar infused oven, which is going to produce more bread and more buns, but not costing a lot to us. So produce more whilst making more money. So this project is there to empower and encourage learners and to be their own bosses, basically. And our learner, there's Akwenga. He won 500 for collecting the glasses, and the school got 30,000. So in that 30,000, we'll use some of the money. The school has allowed us to use some of the money in order to push the project.
So we know that the sun has been working on Earth since the beginning of time. Just like every committed worker, it does take some time off, and that is between 6 and 5 a.m. So that's where we come in with our solar power, which is going to keep your evening as bright as your day through our natural energy conservation systems. Therefore, we are going to be making a solar powered street light, which will then make sure that our communities are safer and make sure that our living is as bright as it can be. So our driving question is that how can we design an affordable automated solar powered street light to improve safety and sustainability in our community? As far as we know that South Africa is a crime-ridden country, so we need to make sure that where the government has placed cameras, there's enough light, there's enough visibility so that we can document what is going on in our nightly situations.
So with our project overview, we have 2 projects, one in grade 8 and one in grade 9. So the theme for the grade 8 project is powering up our community with clean, affordable and innovative energy solutions. And then the theme for grade 9 is sustainable guidance for healthy minds and bodies.
So their project is the microgrid. The microgrid is a localized small-scale power system that can operate to connect to a national grid. So basically you have some households that have some solar panels, but there's a sharing of energy. You may find that one household has a surplus of energy, then they can sell that energy to another house that has a shortage of electricity. This way it encourages households to use less energy because there's a profit to be made by using less energy. They needed to find out if energy is affordable in the community of Katlehong. They needed to find out if how is the experience in terms of power cuts. And basically they wanted to find out, is there a need for this microgrid in the community of Katlehong? So all of this data was collected by learners and they presented it in the research summit. Right? Then this is just the diagram explaining how the microgrids will work. Then another thing that we've introduced to learners is using artificial intelligence. So this diagram was generated by AI, ChatGPT. So that's another thing that we are advising our learners to do because the world is changing and we don't want to be left behind. So what we've done, we've partnered with UNISA. So UNISA has been helping us with developing these learners on how to write a research report. They come almost every week and train these learners how to come up with a research report. And these ideas they have, how can they take them and make them a real thing that can work in the economy.
So managing the water crisis in an economically viable way. So this is where we met with our learners to explore different strategies in which we can achieve this goal, right? Providing safe and efficient and affordable water to our community. Okay, the business model that we have, firstly, this logo was designed by our learners. They even named the company, right? We have 2 business models. The first one will be learner driven. In what instance, the learners will utilize the water that we produce from the purification system and bottle or do the packaging, and then they're gonna sell it out to the community. And then the second one, the school will be there as the supplier where we distribute to different people who want to be involved in this business, and then they can take care of their own packaging. And then EMS, entrepreneurial skills, right? Because at the end of this, we wanna sell a product to our community. We wanna give our learners skills that will make them to live, right? Or to afford life.
Project is basically to design, prototype and present low-cost, sustainable solar-powered gym equipment to meet local community health and fitness needs. These images here as well also were just basically our creative artifacts, just so to say. For example, one of our adult connections were basically, his name is Faiz Saleh, and he does installation of solar panels. So he came to the school to give a talk to the learners, just to give them an idea and help with the research and ideation phase to show that how do solar panels work and what they can do for us as a school.
It's a Gill hydro project, a sustainable borehole water system for Soshanguve, not just our school, also for the community also. Then the driving question, how can we design and implement a sustainable, eco-friendly water system powered by renewable energy that reliably supplies clean water to our Soshanguve community, despite the frequent supply disruptions? We are going to use solar to power the pump, and the pump to get us water from the well, and then store the water into the JoJo tanks, and then also the energy that will be getting energy from the solar. That energy will be stored into the battery. We are going to use the batteries to store the energy. No, man, let's not do the round container because everybody is familiar with the round one. Let's change the shape. And then let us try to come up with this kind of a shape. And then here we have a tap for in case the water that has been drawn from the well, if it has got the slush, then you can release it here. That's where we release the slush. And then
That's a bit for the solar.
for the solar, yes. And then the civil learners did this for us, the connections to the tap and all this stuff. And then underneath there is this red container. We consider it as a well where the water comes from. And then this one is the floor, the ground floor. Yes. And then we supply water here. And then this is the pump that will be driving water from the tank throughout to the pump.
What we see
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Zanitogozo Mtalbo in Tobi Amantimande. Today I'm standing at Future Nation School. We're here for the PBL meeting. We presented with my team. We shocked the people. It was very nice. It was a very nice experience. We got feedback on how we need to improve. That was also very nice. We got to learn more about PBL, how children do in PBL, how we should improve in PBL, should we improve our presentation skills. We learned more about actually PBL in general. We got an opportunity to interact with the teachers, interact with the students, learn more about the different learning styles that are in the school. We got to adapt to the culture of the school, their learning style, how they are in class. Loved that. We also learned about the discipline here and all that. It was a very fun experience. So guys, do try PBL. It's very eye-opening, not only for school, but also in the long run. It also improves your mindset. Today at the LO period, we were learning about 48 laws of power. That was also very nice, and thank you.
So today, we have the 7 of the schools that I facilitate entrepreneurship at. So teachers were here to give us feedback in terms of their project trackers from week 1 up to week 7, what they have delivered up to this far before we're moving on with the tracker. So periodically we meet to debrief, find some challenges and devise some solutions together. So it's a great day today indeed. We see they are doing amazing work, teaching our learners, embedding entrepreneurial skills. The teachers themselves are doing wonderful jobs. So I'm quite excited by the work that the teachers are doing out there in fighting the scourge of poverty. Also, we need to embed entrepreneurship in our education system. So it's quite a great day. So it's only the beginning. We are still, it's still a work in progress, but we are hoping to see the desired results in terms of mindset change and students, acquiring the project-based learning skills that they need. We call them 21st century skills. So yeah, that was all about today. So it was all about giving feedback, sharing some challenges and solutions to bring this whole idea way forward, as the department is working much too hard, to actually action on the curriculum strengthening framework to review the way that teachers are currently using in the classroom. So I'm quite excited to be part of this journey. Thank you.
At Nation NXT College, we're proud to stand alongside their schools on their journey of transformation through training and support generously funded by Allan and Gill Philanthropy and Investec. Teachers are not only building entrepreneurship into the curriculum, but also creating powerful communities of practice, spaces where they learn, share, and reimagine education together.